Here we are with Rick Ungar, and we're going to examine his view on when we should go to war and when we should not. So my first question is, do you have a principle that permits you to determine when we should go to war and when we shouldn't?
I do, actually. To me, I like to think, and I always say, the United States functions at its best in situations like this when we confront true evil. And we are seeing a situation right now where it doesn't get much more evil. People forget that Adolf Hitler never attacked the United States. And while you can look at whether or not we would have ended up in World War II had we not been attacked by the Japanese, I think we would have, because at the end of the day, the United States will take on real evil. This is why I'm a bit more hawkish than a lot of my progressive friends on where we stand right now.
So your principle is, what is the rule that you use to determine when we should go to war or not? Is it if it's extreme evil, then we should go to war with them?
Well, and war today has to be defined in a lot of different ways. But yeah, I mean, when you see a group of people chopping the heads off of children, in my book, and maybe it's when you see it, that's evil. That's evil, period. There's no other way you can justify that.
Okay, so you think that the United States should be the policeman of the world and make sure that and fight evil wherever they find it, everywhere, Africa, Asia, Europe, wherever?
To the extent that we can. I mean, there are realities there. First of all, we don't need to do it on our own. We probably shouldn't do it on our own. But to the extent that we can, look, you have to decide what you want the United States to be. If you want the United States to be, well, here, I like to explain it this way. When we went into World War II, we had the 17th largest military in the world. We weren't what we are today. Because of what we did in World War II, we got on the track of becoming the world superpower. That comes with benefits, to be sure, but it also comes with some responsibilities. So can you fight evil everywhere you see it all the time? I don't know. But I do know that you should make that effort when it's clearly the right thing to do. You take Africa. I don't like that we're doing nothing with this Boko Haram scenario, because again, you're seeing evil act out in the worst possible way. Again, I don't think we should do it ourselves, but I think we need to be a part of it. That is a responsibility we have.
So is attacking and destroying evil around the world a proper function of the federal government according to the Constitution?
Well, actually, yes. I mean, that's one thing that few people argue about.
It's one of the enumerated powers in Article 1, Section 8?
I don't remember, but I do know that the foreign, the common defense is a...
Common defense is you have to be attacked or an imminent threat of attack. If people are evil all around the world and they're doing evil things, but they haven't attacked us, we can't go and attack them and go to war with them and claim it's defense because they haven't attacked us.
Well, Hitler didn't attack us either.
Right, but he declared war on us, and he was an ally with the nation that did attack us, which was Japan. So that's why we went to war with him. But
you're measuring it by a scope, if you will, that doesn't really exist in the current world. Yes, he ran a country. A country under the old rules could declare war on us officially, and you'd get into the scenario you talked about. We don't have just that anymore. A group like ISIL has declared war on us.
You said that in the Constitution it says that it's a proper function of the federal government to fight evil all around the world, and I would like to know where in the Constitution it says that.
It doesn't say it specifically, as most things aren't said specifically. See, when you go down that road, get rid of the Supreme Court. Because the reason the Supreme Court was created was to decide, well, if you believe in Marbury v. Madison, it was there to decide those questions. Now, I don't know how you can, wait. I don't know how you can say that some of these groups haven't attacked us. Did ISIL attack the United States?
No, it has not. An attack is when they do what we did to ISIL before they beheaded. I'm going to tell you what an attack is. You asked me a question.
Right.
An attack is when we do what we did to ISIL before they chopped the heads off those two journalists that decided to bomb them. We were bombing them, that's right, and we were helping the people that they were fighting we were allied with the people that they were fighting, and so they asked us not to be involved. They asked us not to be involved in the fight, and we ignored that. So and then we even bombed them, and so then they took it out on 2 innocent journalists, and they did a criminal act. But I wouldn't say that that's a war, because you killed 2 people.
This is what I'm asking. When does it become that?
Well, if they attack you like the Japanese attacked us in Pearl Harbor and tried to annihilate our Pacific fleet and destroyed all those ships that we had, and
so where does the Constitution lay out how many people have to be killed before a attack? Well, let me finish my point. Where does the Constitution tell us how many people have to be attacked, what number have to die, et cetera, before it's